Family Forestry Expo is designed and implemented to increase the natural resource and forest management education for the 5th grades in particular and the general public as we can. Those of us involved with it come representing our agencies and individuals and organizations, but we're then here as Expo.
When I was about 7 years old, I watched a logger harvest the piece of property next to us, or thin it, and he let me drive the skidder. And then so I got way excited and it was like totally hooked. That was my opportunity, and so I want to give any kid around that opportunity.
The program started in 1989 and it's developed in different ways than when we had it to start with, but a big part of this was the schools. See, they study all year, and then the end of that was that they got to make the daily trip out here.
I see those kids and I know they're in that group, and it's not for everybody, but I know they're in there. There's kids that are wondering, what does a forester do? And that's what Expo does. They don't have to be a forester, but they could be a wildlife biologist, hydrologist, fisheries, it's amazing.
I think the Expo is going to be more important than ever moving forward, because what it embodies and the message we're trying to promote at the Expo, explain the value and the everything that goes into these amazing things we have in Montana, and that they don't happen by accident. And so that's really what we're trying to do, is educate them, give them awareness, and also hopefully inspire them to appreciate what we have here in Montana and protect it, so that when they're older and they're bringing their kids to the Expo, it's going to be just the way it was when they were a kid. The value can be in just the sheer number of students that we reach, which is over 1,200 year after year. I mean, that alone is really impressive, to be able to have over 1,200 students come out here, get a hands-on outdoor experience that's really high-quality education. That right there is immeasurable.
Whether they're at the wildlife station handling the furs and the antlers and learning about habitat that animals live in, or whether they go to fisheries and touch and play with all the different fish species that are in our Montana forests, they get that hands-on experience. I've never seen anything quite like Forestry Expo, where it's not a commercial enterprise, it's just all about learning about the forest. We have young people that are 70 and 80 years old that are doing something in the forest for the first time. They've never done this before, and then there's other people that come back every single year. It's a family tradition to come to Expo and have lunch. And they started coming, before they had kids, and they brought their kids, and now there's people coming back with grandkids, and it's really heartwarming to see that.
Essentially, it's still getting folks out to see the forest and see what's out there and understand what's going on, and if you can make it simple enough that they can understand it, why it's enjoyable for everyone.
The partnership and collaboration that it takes for all these resources to be intact and for conservation to succeed, it takes everybody. It takes lots of hands working together, and that's the Expo. I mean, it's amazing how many community partners are involved in making this event happen year after year.
By supporting Family Forestry Expo, you can support future problem solvers, right? There's a lot of challenges within the environment and climate, and forests are the answer. And so why not educate and introduce children to forests and how they work to solve future problems?
As our valley grows, as more people move here or aren't from Montana, who are new to this area and new to these resources, it's even more important than ever to pass along the values of how we protect the resources, how we do this right, how we do this properly and responsibly. And that's really what the Expo can hopefully do, is really instill some of those community values, some of those Montana values into new residents, so that they can come here and realize that this clean water, these healthy forests, they don't happen by accident. That's what the Expo is trying to promote.
We're in the Flathead Valley, and our natural resources and forests are really important, so let's talk about them.